Hey guys, Welshman Shots, welcome back to another video. Now, if you saw my unboxing and my overview of the Ajaz AK820 Pro keyboard, well, thank you. Thank you for checking out that video because I had some fun editing it. But today, we are going to I forgot this is a wireless keyboard. Now in today's video, we're going to be going throughout all my keyboards and basically putting them up against this thing. But we're going to go in order of cheapest to most expensive. Now, I'm not going to plug these in because I ain't got enough USB ports. But also, I'm not going to plug them in because I want you just to hear the sound that the keys do. What was it? Because as well, it does have a QC pass sticker. And plus that some of the keyboards are not really working anymore. So typing accuracy and skill, kind of out the window. So I just put the keys back on for the Logitech G15, which have literally been not on the keyboard for about a week or two actually. But yeah, without further ado, let's get down into it. Like I said, we're going to go from the cheapest all the way to the most expensive. Anyway, stay tuned. On second thoughts, the reason why the spacebar feels horrible, I mean its entire keyboard feels horrible, is because the stabilizing piece is, it's not doing its job right now. It might be that way it's meant to go on. Well, that's a problem. The stabilizers don't actually, like, hook to the keyboard. hate this keyboard. Well, there you go, guys. There are all my keyboards I own, going from the cheapest, which would be, I would say, honestly, maybe this Technic keyboard, but honestly, I'm not sure, because this was not mine. This was my friend's keyboard, which I robbed of him. I would say the keyboard that obviously sounds the best out of them will be my new Ajaz keyboard. For £68, this is the best out of all of them. Now, I will say, my HK Gaming, even though, what was it, it's way better compared to the other ones, it does sound pretty hollow. There's nothing in here, no padding, there's no foam, no even silicone or anything. I would say it's better than the really super clacky Logitech G810. Like, I'm looking at the meter on OBS, and I was like, holy crap, this has the most tinny sounding enter key and space button. Oh boy. Huh. I cleaned this keyboard. I spilled beer on it, somehow. And even now, it's got a bit of a crunchy feeling to it. And that's the key switches. I should realistically take this keyboard completely apart and clean it. Like, every individual key. This keyboard, I still say is great. Even if I didn't break it, I'd still say it's, worth a buy. Just, don't spill anything on it. Honestly, I'm gonna fix it in future, get a new PCB, just not right now, I have no time. And obviously the worst feeling one would have to be, the Logitech G15. I did clean all the keycaps, and even though it's one of my favorite keyboards, it's just not a good keyboard anymore. And now, okay, the pricing on this one may be a bit, I don't remember how much this went for. And this is from like 2006. So keep that in mind. If I remember correctly, I think this was like 120 quid. I'll do the prices for inflation as well. And then the E-Element keyboard was quite literally 10 quid off Amazon. So, in a pinch, now if I was just using that keyboard just to say, use it as a spare keyboard quite literally for like a quick reason, then yes, that keyboard works fine. Now, my main keyboard, forgot my microphone sound. My main keyboard does sound the best and way better, way better. And if you notice in the video, my placement of my fingers on this keyboard, this is my G18, were different compared to this one. It's because there's shockingly big gaps on these keys, and these keys are almost too tactile. They're almost like clicky blues. They're not. They're Robo G switches, which I remember correctly, Roma G switches are like a type of mechanical switches. But I don't actually know. But like, what was it? Like I said, I'll put all the key switch types on screen if I can find them. If I remember correctly, I think this is semi-mechanical. I wouldn't call it proper mechanical because even the switches on here. Let me get my keycap puller here and actually take off the keys. If I look a bit weird, it's because 1, I'm using this other light, and 2, I'm using my really small tripod, so it's a bit awkward. It's really easy to knock over. Let me see. Yeah, the key switches are technically, I'd say, mechanical. They probably are mechanical. They're not membrane. Miles beyond membrane. But I wouldn't say they're the best feeling keyboard. I honestly, despite how cheap this is, if you're used to laptop style keyboards, I'd say go with something like this. This is wireless. It takes 2 AAA batteries. And it's pretty good. The Logitech G15, that's kind of like my, kind of secondary backup keyboard, which I just have on hand. The E-Element is garbage. Completely garbage. It's a membrane keyboard. Never buy a membrane keyboard. They're terrible. But, yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you haven't already, go check out my unboxing of the Ajaz, gaming keyboard. And stay tuned for a few more weeks, and I'll be bringing you guys my full review on it. I want to give it a few weeks because I'm still just getting used to it, and it's a great keyboard. It's also a really pretty keyboard. I'm also going to customize the keyboard as well. I might get some different keycaps, even though the reason why I bought this as well is because of the keycaps. I do want to get a backspace key that says "Oops" on it, and I do want to get an escape key which just has like a cool, those keycaps you can get which have like those free, it's like, I'll put a picture on screen. I want to get one of those. Yeah, stay tuned for that. Overall, honestly, that is such an amazing sounding keyboard. It is bliss. It is amazing. Gross. The fact that I thought this keyboard... Now, at the time, this keyboard was amazing. And out of all of these keyboards, this is the one that's had the most spills on it and still works with a few caveats. But nevertheless, my Logitech G810, way better than the G15. But then for consistency, I would say just TechNet keyboard. Either way, I've been Welshman Shots. If you did like today's video, make sure to like and subscribe. And stay tuned, like I said, for that review. But also, in the meantime, I'm not sure. Literally, because me breaking my keyboard threw a monkey wrench into the mix, all I've been trying to do is get used to this keyboard and using it. It's really nice and actually pretty solid, to be honest. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in another video. So much 5 AM as it's getting light outside. Ooh.